of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I'm going to make a packer, or I'm going to work on a packer. I probably won't finish it. I'm going to be using this cotton. This is Mona Lisa from Ice Yarns. And I have this beautiful color. It's got like light blues, dark blues, like navy, and color is that like a rusty, like red. It's really, really beautiful. It looks kind of distressed. It's very cool looking. I'm really excited to work with it. I've had this yarn for a long time and have had no idea what to do with it. So I'm really happy to finally have a project that I deem worthy of this yarn. So I'm going to try and take the label off. It is catching. So welcome in. So this yarn is very soft. It's very nice feel to it. The other packer I made, I used kitchen cotton, so I used sugar and cream from Lily, and it does the trick. It does the job. It makes the packer looks comfortable enough. So it did a great job, and this is a super size, and I could probably make, I don't know, like 5 packers out of this. One ball, which is really great. But I could probably make 2. I'm thinking 2 out of this ball. At least one. At least one. I would be surprised if I needed more yarn. So a little bit about this yarn. So it's 100% cotton. This is a 50-gram ball. It's about 80 meters. So it's a size 3, they say, and I would say that it's pretty accurate. The pattern that I'm going with, they recommend a size 4 yarn, but I don't think a 3 is going to do any damage if I use it. So, and it's not the like thinnest 3 either. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm following a pattern that I'm pattern testing for, and so I can't provide the pattern quite yet, but when I am able to, I definitely will, in case you wanted to make some for yourself or for someone you love, or if you wanted to make them to donate to a local LGBTQ plus center around you. Packers are really great gender affirming tools for people who are trans masc, who are trans men, who are non-binary and like to wear packers. It's anyone who likes to wear a packer is great for it. So I'm going to chain 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so this is what my chain looks like. The yarn is already so beautiful. It's just so like distressed looking. It looks so cool. So I'm really excited to use it. So I'm gonna get my pattern out because I don't have the pattern memorized just yet. I just did it one time. So let me find the pattern. So many freaking tabs open. Okay. So So I'm going to, this pattern is, it starts with working on the back of the chain. So when you chain, the front has kind of, it doesn't quite have V's yet, but it has kind of circles. You're going to work on the back of the chain that has little bumps in between those circles, in between those chains. So I'm going to single crochet into the back. If I can find it, this color is like a little bit hard to see at first. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. This is an E hook. And I'm going to single crochet into the back loops. It's always a little hard to get started. Everything's a little tighter. But that's what we want, because it'll hold all that polyfill that we put in later on. Now, this is the second packer I've made with this pattern. The first packer I made, I think I lost count somewhere. I stopped counting, because I tend to do that because I hate counting. I think I made it a little bit large. So I'm hoping that I can make it to size this time and make a more, modestly size packer. I will say, because this yarn is a little bit smaller than the yarn that I used last time, it's a little bit easier to use with this size hook. It was a little bit more challenging to use this stiffer cotton with this size hook, just because it's pretty small. But I might also just have more practice now, and maybe that's why I think it's easier. Who knows? So, just going in the back loop only. Doing single crochets. So yeah, if you are looking for something to donate to like LGBTQ plus centers, this is a really excellent product. Now, in the pattern, they say it might be tempting to use acrylic yarn because of its how inexpensive it is, but it's not worth it. And I'm glad they said that, because I really wanted to make one that was rainbow with my my favorite Red Heart Super Saver, but they said no. So I was like, okay, I'll take your advice, and I won't do it with acrylic yarn, even though I want to. I might make one for myself with acrylic yarn, because I have no qualms about washing and taking care of acrylic packers, but for other people, for comfort and everything, I will make the switch to cotton for that. So next, I need to do okay, single crochet in this. Okay, so in the last back loop, I need to do 3 single crochets, and this will help it kind of turn, because basically what you're making. So this is what we're making, not with the harness not included. So what we're starting with is the sack. And so you're starting off with a chain, and you're going to be working in a continuous round around the chain. So so that's why we start in the back loop, and then we're going to work in the front loop now. And it's going to make an oval, and then we're going to build on that oval so that we can create this ball sack um, shaped thingamabob packer. I'm like, what are words? I don't even know words. Okay, so gonna unwind a little bit more yarn. This yarn is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so, and then single crochet into the next 8 increase in the last front loop. So I want to make sure that I have the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I want to make sure that I go into the right loop. So with this one, when you're going in the front loop, you want to kind of pull that yarn open so that you can see that kind of hidden loop. And I'm gonna also weave in my ends a little bit. So something I found with cotton because I'm very new with cotton, is it's a little bit harder for me to weave in my ends. Not that, so I can weave in my ends, but I don't, like, they kind of fray, and so they don't just like blend into the thing. They like really stick out. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. If you have any suggestions about how to like hide your ends properly with cotton, I would really appreciate that, because they're just like fraying out no matter where I cut them. So so I mean, cotton just is more PC. To go in there. This is the most difficult part, just getting your hook to go in the right spot. But once you kind of guide it in there, it becomes a lot easier. In theory. In theory. So it's in there. Also, weaving in the ends is at a level of complexity that you wouldn't think about, but it happens. Hey Lydia, welcome in. I am making a packer, as you can tell by the title. And this is a really great gender affirming tool for people who like to wear packers. So I am just starting to work. So I don't know how else to, like, there's no other way to say it other than like what it is. But hey, Grandma Colleen, Happy New Year! Welcome in. So the project starts at the base of the scrotum, and we are working our way up, and then we will work on the shaft. but starting is the hardest part. Everything else is really easy. This is a really beginner-friendly pattern, and I really liked working it the first time, which is why I'm working it again. I'm just gonna make sure that my counts are right this time because they weren't last time. So, also, I'm really having trouble with my tension right now. I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, so I'm using Mona Lisa. This is Ice Yarns. It's a cotton. It's 100% cotton. It's very, very soft. Feels great on the skin. Feels nice and cooling. This would be great for a top or whatever cotton projects that you like to make. But last time I did it, I used only sugar and cream, and the cotton's a little stiffer, and it's a little bit more like kitchen cotton. So it's made to be a little bit more scrubby. And I wanted to make something really soft to go against the skin. So that's why I switched yarns. And I also have had this yarn for a really long time, and I haven't really known, I haven't been called to the project that would be perfect for this yarn. And then I think this is the project. I think this is perfect. It says it's size 3. Personally, I think it's a little thick. For a 3, like I don't think it's a 4, but I think it's a thicker 3. So I'm gonna take my hook out, and I'm gonna count my stitches really quickly and make sure that I have the right number of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. I hate when you even do all this work and then you have the wrong number of stitches and you're like, motherfucker. So in the last front loop, we are going to be doing, and I'm going to cut my end that I've been weaving in. If you have any tips on how to keep your cotton ends from coming out and fraying, I would love to hear them, because right now I'm just like hoping and praying that like they don't get shown. You know, like I notice them a lot in my working on your knitting. Oh, cool. So what are you making right now? I know that you've been knitting, so yeah, tell me all about it. Tell me what you've been making. This yarn is so soft, by the way. I've been working with a lot of red hard, so like anything is softer, really. And I also worked with that kitchen with the sugar and cream, and I was like, this is not soft. Ugh. Okay, so and I'm gonna do an increase in the last stitch. Come on, little bitch. Okay. Trying to keep my tension right, which has been a little dicey this whole thing, but that's okay. It's the bottom of the ball sack. It's literally, we'll be fine. And I'm doing an increase in this one. So I should have 22 stitches around. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, perfect. So now, so you need, we're in a continuous, so this is what it looks like. Let me bring it close to you. So this is what it looks like. Again, you can see my tension's been a little off. Making a square now. Oh, very cool. I do like knitting. I'm just very, very slow at it, and I never really finish anything because it takes me so long to knit. So I'm very jealous of anyone who has the commitment to knit. I just get bored so easily. Oh my gosh, please make this stop. Okay. So I have my stitch marker. You can also use a short piece of thread of yarn, and that will be sufficient for a stitch marker. But I'm using a circular one. I prefer non-locking stitch markers for this type of work. Locking ones just take a little bit more time, and you can't really just zoom through it. So do what you want. So next, and this might sound weird, I think the reason my counts were off in the other one were that was because I was placing my stitch marker in the second stitch. So then I'd be like, oh, I have an extra stitch. Let me just put a single crochet here. And so everything ended up being bigger. And so I think that was the problem there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do an increase in the next stitch, which is the first stitch of the next row. So I'm going to place my stitch marker right here. And then I'm going to do another stitch right next to it. And then I'm going to single crochet in the next 8 stitches. So 1, let me get out some yarn. Oh my gosh, this yarn is so pretty. It's so distressed and cool looking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a little 7, 8. So now we've come to the edge of the project, and this is where we'll be doing our increases. And so I'm going to do an increase single crochet in the next stitch. Then I'm going to do a single crochet. And then I'm going to do an increase single crochet. And then I'm going to single crochet into the, I want to make a dishcloth, but I want to learn how to do it before I make them. Yeah, absolutely. The great thing about knitting is it just creates such a nice, dense texture, even though it uses less yarn than crochet. So it's really, really cool. I can't wait to see what you make. I've never made a dishcloth, but now that I'm working more with cotton, I'm like, why not? But if I'm going to be working with cotton, I'm going to probably make packers because I like to give to charity, and this seems like a really cool opportunity for a charity that's important to me, to be able to support them. So I'm going to do 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, oh no, my stitch count is off, but no, it's not. Yes. And then I believe I do an increase single crochet, but let me double check the pattern. I don't have 2 stitches. Maybe I did do it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna do my increase, and then let's check what my counts are. Okay, so let's pull the hook out, and then we'll see what this comes to. So you can see that the rust color is starting to come in. Oh, sorry. I'm apologizing to myself, but it kind of stands up like this. Yes, I did make my hat. So this is a hat that I made on the Centro knitting machine on my 48 pin. It's reversible, so I can do it with the mint side in or out. Um, I believe I did 120 of each color. It's a little bit big. I think you could probably get away with like 110 of each, and still have the same effect. Depends on the size of your head though. But I did 120 rows of each. So I'm going to count, and I want to have 26 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I do need that additional increase. Not increase, but additional stitch. I don't know where I went wrong. Because I'm pattern testing and being like extra thorough, this is more thorough than I normally am with my patterns, but let's see. So it's supposed to have 22, so we're supposed to increase 4. So increase 1, increase 2, increase 3, and increase 4. But where? Two plus 8 is 10. Plus 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 8 is 23, 24, 25, 26. So it's supposed to be there. It's not working for me. I love making hats. I own on Centro to an Addy knitting machine. I make hats, but I would love to learn how to crochet hats. Crocheting hats is very easy. That's actually how I learned how to crochet, was actually on a hat pattern. And it is very easy to crochet in the round. It's just like and it's actually really nice because you don't have to flip your work when you like chain and flip your work like you do on flat projects, flat like on mosaic projects. So it's really fun to do. I highly suggest crocheting hats. If you want the pattern that I learned how to crochet on, I'd happily share it with you. It's a YouTube video, and it was really, really helpful to me. So I'd be happy to share that with you if you want. So because my stitches are not right, I'm going to add a stitch. I think I found this when I did it the first time. I'm going to add a stitch and just do 3 stitches in the same stitch right there. Okay. 3 single crochets. So now I have 26 stitches. around. And I'm going to move on to the next row. Okay, so we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Single crochet 1, take out my stitch marker and move it up. Single crochet in the next stitch. And then increase single crochet. And then, let's see. Yeah, let me find the pattern really quickly that I use to learn how to make hats. It's a slouchy hat, but you can make it how you want to. Let me. I wonder if it's in my favorites or what. Nope, not in there. Maybe liked videos in full playlist. Oh no, this is not gonna happen. I'm looking right now for you, Lydia. I want to make one of those cat ears ones. They're really cute. Sorry, I'm still trying to find it. Okay, I found it. Let me share the link. You might be the only one here. It's okay. Okay, there you go, Lydia. That is a crochet pattern I learned how to crochet on. I had never crocheted a day in my life before I watched this video, so it really helped me. And this is one of my favorite hat patterns to make. It's really easy, really versatile. You can use different colored yarns. You can use variegated yarns. You can use solids. And it works up really fast, and it teaches you how to do single crochet and how to do treble crochet. So that's what I would suggest for me. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna make this cat beanie if it's the last thing I do. Oh, I want to be a cat. I want to be a little kitty cat. Okay. Also, I know that learning how to make packers and doing packer patterns, that's not for everybody. So I don't expect like this to be my most popular video by any means. I just you know, I just am making stuff and I like hanging out with you all. So let's see. Increase. Okay, I did that. Single crochet in the next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Increase single crochet. Single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then increase single crochet. Okay, definitely. Go watch that video. Yeah, it's a great video. And then single crochet into next 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3. I feel like the that owl with Tootsie Pop owl. 8. Increase single crochet, and then end with a single crochet. So now I'm going to count again. I know this is boring to watch. Me read off a pattern, but it's more fun. We can just chit chat, and I know the pattern, but that's not the case right now. So I'm sorry about that. So I should have 30 stitches. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, perfect. Right on track. Okay, so here I'm going to single crochet in every stitch round for rows 4 through 7. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I really like that video, personally. So I'm just going around and we're doing no increases, no decreases just yet. We're just going around and we're building up the sides a little bit. I can't get over how soft this yarn is. Shows you what kind of yarn I've been working with lately. Okay, I just finished round 4. I'm going to start round 5. Oh god, this splittiness is getting to me. Okay, we're back. Okay. I was like, oh, it's splitting so bad. Like nothing holds it together. Okay, and then we're going to take the stitch marker out. We're going to add stitch marker back. I'm really liking the way this yarn is looking. I knew it was beautiful in the fall, but my cats, I hope to crochet that my new goal for this year. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you can definitely do it. Like I said, like I sat down with a friend when I was in treatment, and I taught myself how to crochet just by that video. So so I definitely think that you can do it. Just make sure that you're counting a lot, especially at first, because it's easy to drop stitches or add stitches, and you want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need to get and not getting extra stitches. So just make sure you're counting, just like I'm doing right now. It's like you gotta count to make sure that you have the proper number of stitches. The only thing I wish is I had a furls this size. Now that I have a pattern that I really, really like, and I really want to continue working on making more of these, I think I might order a furls that's a 3.5 so that I can make a lot of packers and have my hand be more comfortable than it is holding the clover. Now, the clover is an ergonomic hook, but I'm so used to holding a furls that it feels like I'm not holding an ergonomic hook, and it's kind of like bumming me out because it does hurt my hand quite a bit more. You know, you get spoiled with these like fancy ergonomic hooks, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't want clovers anymore. I'm spoiled. I'm sorry. I mean, I really can't like afford furls, but somehow I make it work sometimes. You gotta beg the wife. So, yeah, welcome in. I am making a packer, and this is for wearable use. Packer is a synthetic penis that trans men, trans people, non-binary people. Anyone who wants to wear a packer can really wear a packer. There's no rule about who wears a packer. But these are something that, one, I wear myself, and two, I would like to donate them to my local LGBTQ plus center, so that trans people of all varieties can get access to packers, because sometimes they can be a little cost prohibitive, and I want to make sure everyone can get what they need. Just the little things we do for charity that can make us feel a little bit better, sleep a little bit better at night, knowing that we contributed to the world a little bit. So I'm going to finish row 5. So now I'm in the light blue portion of the yarn. All in all, I would say this can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to make, depending on the speed at which you crochet. I mean, if you're really fast, you probably make it in 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your life. But this is definitely easy pattern, easy. I'd say like the intermediate beginner. I don't know if like very beginners could learn this pattern, and like if you just picked up a crochet hook, if this would be the pattern for you. But I do think that once you get used to it is quite easy, and if you know your way around crochet terms and stuff like that, then I think that you will enjoy it and be able to make these. Now we're gonna make the scrotum, and then we stuff it lightly. The thing is, like, we all have a tendency to kind of overstuff. Not all of us, but I have a tendency to overstuff things personally, and so this is definitely not one of those projects that you want to overstuff. You want to stuff lightly, stuff everything lightly. You want to stuff the both the scrotum and the shaft. You want to stuff them lightly so that they'll fit in the pants. They won't be like prominent and be like, whoa, but it'll just be like the casual bulge that that you hope to achieve when you wear a packer. Okay, so I just ended round 6. I'm gonna do one more round of no increases, no decreases. So I got fucking dog hair everywhere. So I believe Furls only sells a 3.5 in their the metal hooks. What are they called? The Odysseys. So I'll have to check that. Not the Streamline metals, but the Odysseys. Because I mean, like, I like the Odysseys all right, but they are a bit heavy. They're not as comfortable for me as the resin ones, but it would still be an upgrade from what I'm currently uh, using. Like I said, I plan to share this pattern because this pattern will be free. I plan to share this pattern with anyone who wants to use it so that you too can make these to donate or to use yourself, whatever you need. So, yeah. Okay, so I've made it to the end of row 7, and I am currently working with something that looks like this. Isn't this yarn beautiful? Oh, I love it. It's like a impressionist painting to me. It's so beautiful. So all those increases kind of created, if you think about like a scrotum as like a bell shape, it kind of made the bottom of the bell. And what we're gonna start doing after is decreasing our stitches per row to emphasize that bell shape and create that kind of scrotum shape that we're going for. So I have had fun doing the first 7 rows with you. I know I'm so slow. It took me almost an hour to do 7 rows of this, but I'm really slow. So do you probably can do this a lot faster than me. I've got to count a lot because I'm not good at keeping my stitches right. So I'm gonna leave you all with this. I hope that this was helpful. I'm definitely gonna work on this more, and I'll do some on camera. I'll do some not on camera, whatever. But the end result should look something like this, not with the harness attachment. That is my own. But it should look something like this. I'm hoping for a smaller shaft because I think I added stitches in the scrotum. But see, this is that bell shape that I was talking about that we're going to be creating. So, yeah, so I packed it very lightly with polyfill, but this is made out of the sugar and cream cotton. So, hopefully I can make another one and make another one and make another one and make another one. And everything will be right with the world. So I really hope you enjoyed watching. I know, like I said, this isn't the video for everyone. So if you didn't enjoy watching, that's fine. I have plenty of other videos. But I will talk to you all later, and I love you very much, and I hope you have a great day.